Hi people, we are here to cover the misinformation regarding Tory Lanez. I really thought this man's last name Lanez until I actually heard someone say it. I didn't know who we were. That says how much I know about him, okay? But if you don't know, Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion had a bit of a falling out after Kylie Jenner's pool party, like I want to say a year ago. He basically said, "You ain't ish, your music is trash, your career is non-existent." Because honestly, who is he? She got out of the car because she, I guess, wanted to leave. He brought out his gun and said, "Dance B." Shot at her feet. Now the prosecution does say that he probably just wanted to make her really scared, put the fear of God in her, and just wanted to like shoot around her. There's a lot of nuance in the trial, like who actually shot Megan, and did the witness that was in the house, see what happened, or did they just wake up to gunshots? There's a lot of nuance, but that's really not what we're here to talk about. Because at the end of the day, Megan did get shot, but yet a lot of outlets that were covering this trial, a lot of them had a lot of misinformation. Now the main culprits are DJ Academics, No Jumper, and those are the only ones I can remember. Now at Barge and Shar Adams had a really good article documenting the misinformation with this trial, but I can't look at it because I have ad block. So we're just gonna move on swiftly to the thread, okay? Kat did an exceptional job covering this, so I wanted to highlight it. She said, "I also spoke with two lawyers representing Megan Thee Stallion. Alex Spiro said she is exploring all legal options against bloggers." Common misinformation that's being put out is, a lot of it leads to like Megan Thee Stallion wasn't really shot in the first place and she's just lying. A lot of it is slut shaming her, talking about how she just slept around with a lot of people. That, I guess, justifies her getting shot. A lot of misogyny, a lot of misogynoir, just a lot of those common tropes that we see being thrown at Black women anytime they say anything. And I do want to preface this because this is a really big part of the story. Megan actually didn't even want to come out with this because she knew this was gonna happen. She knew that she was getting a lot of backlash coming out against Tory Lanez. Actually, initially she said that she stepped on glass, and she said that she did that to protect Tory because she didn't want him to end up in another police brutality incident, okay? Which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, a lot of people are like, "Oh, that makes her not a good witness." But the reasoning to me, girl, I'm not a lawyer, okay? But the reasoning to me was enough, and obviously the court says that it was enough because she got her justice. But it wasn't until the state actually prosecuted Tory that she was like, "Okay, well, I can't protect him anymore because the state came, prosecuted him, so I might as well come out and tell my story." Then it all just broke loose. Okay, but here is Kat's little TikTok.
Following the Tory Lanez trial really closely. So I was surprised when I saw this viral tweet saying that Megan's team confirmed she slept with him during her court session. It was tweeted on Monday, but Megan didn't even make a court appearance until Tuesday. So I looked into this account, Rap House TV. It covers hip-hop news and it has a really big following of over 250,000 people, but it's not verified, whatever that means nowadays. Rap House TV sourced this information from Milagro Grams. She is a hip-hop commentator who has been reporting on the trial from inside the courtroom. Milagro Grams tweeted this on Monday, which implies that Megan's team was in the courtroom. But Megan doesn't even have a team that's playing a role in this case because she's not the one on trial. Tory Lanez has a defense team and there's a prosecution which is representing the state of California, not Megan. She is testifying as a witness. I reached out to Milagro Grams and she told me that her tweet was actually referring to the prosecution, not Megan's lawyers. Still, people ran with this claim and the misinformation went viral. The Rap House TV tweet has now been deleted, but before then, users using Twitter's community notes feature were able to add a clarification underneath.
You can see all the people that are at play here just been spreading a lot of misinformation about who's on trial for this case, like just down to the basics, the most basic forms of knowledge regarding this case. Okay, so Milagro has been covering the shooting and supporting Tory Lanez since well before the trial started. So she's very biased on who she supports, and a lot of these news outlets, like I said, are very biased towards Tory. DJ Academics, No Jumper, they're all very in one direction. She's also in the courtroom reporting her spin on what's happening. A lot of her content then gets aggregated by bigger blogs. May 2020, she posted this snippet of the police report from the incident with the observations recorded that night, including from a doctor. After this information was recorded, surgeries performed on Megan's feet and bullet fragments were discovered. So this doesn't really matter that and once again, I just told you why she said that she stepped on glass. Some were removed, but some were too small and still remained in her feet. This is how Milagro responded to my questions about her framing of the police report. The report has evidence to show Megan wasn't shot, when in reality, it just doesn't show the whole story. Another one of Megan's attorneys, Jordan, told me that he reported several of Milagro's tweets on behalf of his client. Let's talk about No Jumper and Adam22. I already posted about the podcast live tweeting from the trial and how the language attempt to mine Megan the prosecution. No Jumper has a huge following and characterized Megan's testimony as contradicting prosecutors when her statements aligned with what they said. This is just one example of how bloggers, podcasters have tried to undermine Megan's credibility coverage of the case. Weeks after the shooting happened, Adam22 and No Jumper was the first person to report a narrative from anonymous sources that favored Tory. The claim that Megan and her friend Kelsey both had a sexual relationship with Tory and were fighting over him, leading Kelsey to shoot Megan, was later used by Tory's defense in court. Finally, let's talk about DJ Academics. In February, he tweeted and deleted that Tory's DNA was found in the gun. It was inconclusive. The expert later testified. Megan called him out at the time. And this is pretty crazy because she even was like, why are you spreading false narrative, DJ Academics? Why are you lying? Even though Academics deleted his tweet, the misinformation spread like wildfire and people still claim that Tory's DNA wasn't on the gun conclusively when the results were inconclusive. If you ask, the regular person who has no stake in this case, they would say that they don't even know who this man is. And in fact, while this trial, I'm pretty sure, was going on, he was releasing music saying how innocent. Just a complete goober. Add him to the goober list. Add him right now. So most people that are defending this man don't even care about him. It's not about defending him. It's about defending misogyny and keeping Black women from telling their truth, basically. Okay. That's all it comes down to. As I've covered in my video, Ain't I a Woman, although we do in society, a lot of Black people, view Black men as like the lowest on society. Black women are actually, in my opinion, the lowest on society because they are purely viewed as reproductive property. They're just viewed as useless. I did a whole video on it. Okay, go watch that. So this entire trial and these people just coming out and defending this man who nobody freaking knows is just, like I said, it's to keep Black women from having a stake, to keep them from having a voice. It's just the same thing happening in a different form. I really hope that this case gave Megan the clarity that she needs to move on and that her life can just be peaceful, okay? Because at the end of the day, she is a hot girl. I do wonder if like Plan B is about Tory. Whenever I was listening to it recently, I was like, is Plan B about Tory? I don't know, but that album was exceptional. Okay, I want her to have no more drama regarding this. Hopefully we can all just put this at rest. And I think at the end of the day, this case taught us all about media literacy, not just believing anyone who has a freaking opinion. You have to look at the facts, okay, of the case, what the prosecution has put out. If you really care what every single side has put out, what are the facts of the case. And the reason why these people like DJ Academics and No Jumper are just not credible is because they were just making stuff up. So like I said, I hope this taught everyone to think a little harder about a case and misinformation and where they're getting their information from and all of that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and next one will be bye.